I thought that was it Bowden? No, Rabun County, I think. Yeah, Rabun County and Bremen. We've caught a lot of games this year. They're all kind of running together at this point. But no, man, like I said, it's been a fun night. I appreciate everybody for tuning in tonight here with Great Classics 98.9. I'm Hayden Coker alongside Michael Moore here. Have a good one. We'll see you next time.
Hightower Family Funeral Homes with locations in Bremen, Carrollton, and Douglasville have been serving the West Georgia area for over 90 years. The Hightower family continues to maintain the level of professionalism, integrity, dignity, and compassion that has been the hallmark of the Hightower Family Funeral Home services throughout the 9+ decades. On any given day, you'll find the Hightowers actually involved with the families and communities in the West Georgia area. Hightower Family Funeral Homes, Bremen, Carrollton, and Douglasville.
The Friday Night Lights are on. WCKS Fruiters Carrollton, WBGR FM Carrollton, WWGA Tallapoosa, and WKNG AM Tallapoosa.
All right. Hello, West Georgia. This is Jay Webb. Me and Coach David Thrower. We're lost. Our mentor, Mike Parris, is not here, but we're here. We're ready to do the Southwire RedZone show celebrating 75 years of delivering power. For more information, visit southwire.net. We also want to thank our other sponsors, Blossman Gas, Haney Drug Corner, John Thornton Buick GMC, John Thornton Chevrolet, Ortho West, Rivers Pools, Smith Brothers Supply, NG Turf, and, of course, Southwire.
You sound like a pro doing that.
Hey, we're trying to do this thing, you know. So, hey, an unusual night here in West Georgia. We got some games that are completed. We got some games that are not. But we're going to run down the scores that we do have, and then we'll get into some highlights. And hopefully at some point, Mike Parrish comes and rescues us. All right. So, first of all, we're looking at a delay up in Villa Rica, still waiting to decide what they do there. We've just got word that Bowden is canceled. That was a non-region game, and so it looks like they never quite made it to the to halftime on that. But the ones that did finish, we got a final from Mountain Zion, 24-0. We got a final up from Haralson County. Heard County wins 20-3. Up in Bremen, the Bremen Blue Devils take down the Temple Tigers tonight, 30-0. And over in Alabama, we got Randolph County Tigers beating Ranburne 34-7. So that's where we are right now. We'll try to figure out more on Villa Rica as soon as we can. Coach DT, what stands out to you tonight, my friend?
I would say the domination of Bremen. Sounds like, and I was kind of back and forth with 2 or 3 different games, but sounded like Bremen just posed their will on Temple from the outset, especially at the line of scrimmage. And just kind of based on what Mike was saying as he was going through the broadcast, Bremen pretty much had their way with Temple just physically. And I think Bremen's making a statement now. They had a bad loss early in the year to a very talented Bowden team. Lost a close one to Raven, which was kind of unfortunate because they lost their best player like the first play of the game. But they've kind of established themselves as one of the front runners in the region by jumping out there and getting 2 very convincing shutout wins in the first 2 weeks of region play. So shout out to Coach Russell and his staff and his team. And I'm sure Coach Nix and his guys are going to go back to work and try to get things ironed out over in Temple. But I got to say Bremen right now would be that and the weather that we kind of wet, wild, and stormy tonight. So but other than that, I would say Bremen's victory tonight, and they got to play the full 48 minutes. That might be the only, well, other than the Hurd Harrelson game, that's the only game I think we got went full 48. So. Yeah,
I think so. And a big part of that was we got to the running clock. It looks like they decided early in the fourth quarter to go running clock to try with the weather coming in just to kind of finish that one up. So kudos on that. I know they didn't get it all the way through, but Mountain Zion, we talked about this in the pregame show, but Mountain Zion getting their win, that will go down as a win. And so that one, it secures them a winning record for this year.
Right.
The worst they could do 6-4, but I feel like they're going to do more than that. And I think they continue to make a statement. I know last week was a little rough for them, but I think they continue to make a statement that they're ready to compete in that region. And kind of coming in that second seed.
And I think the thing with Mount Zion is they got to prove they can go on the road against good competition and go out and compete from the outset. They can't afford to go out there. And for some reason, that's been a puzzling thing. It even was the last year or two I was there. It just seemed like our kids didn't travel well. But I know that they're really trying to put emphasis on that this year. But tonight they were at home. They jumped on jumped on Greenville early. Had a long touchdown pass to Butner, had a 42-yard field goal by Alan Escovel. Knox had a good game. Rashad Montgomery, Keziah Aki had a big run. Rashad ran the ball well. And defensively, just listening to the call from our broadcast team, sounded like their defensive front, especially kept calling Damian Sanders' name over and over and over. So Damian's a senior. He's been in that program 4 years, and he's been through some things in his career. And glad to see him really flourishing this year. So proud of that young man. And it sounded like the whole defensive front, Avery Weldon, Brady Denny, Omari and Dallas, and then the linebacker crew. You got Knox and Jaden Aki and Brody Heisman. And then you had, I think Damian's playing one of those spur positions. He's been bounced around a lot of places. He played some free safety and corner. He's played some inside backer, but I think he really found a home at that spur position. He's a good little running back. So he's a good football player, and to call his name, I don't know how many tackles he had behind the line of scrimmage, but it sounded like he had several.
That's great. Well, it's been an incredible night. I know we didn't get all of them in, but we're going to go into more highlights and players of the game and all of those things lately. Hey, I do want to remind you, make sure you call in. You were at some of the games. You saw some of the action. I was at Bremen Temple for a first half. I know Mike, when he gets here, he was there for the whole game, so I'm sure we'll have more to speak into that one. But, hey, if you were at a game and you want to talk to the Coach David Thrower about anything in life, you can call 770-834-5477, and we will be back with the Southwire Red Zone show here after these commercial breaks.
At Southwire, we know what it means to show up, play hard, and leave it all on the field, just like our local athletes do every week. For 75 years, Southwire has built long-lasting ties in the community. We're proud to stand behind our players, coaches, teachers, and staff who shape tomorrow's leaders, one game and one lesson at a time. Whether in the classroom, on the field, or in the workplace, leadership and commitment to community matters. If you're ready to turn your drive into something powerful, we're ready for you. Explore your future with us at careers.southwire.com and become one of the people behind the power.
You call the play and score big during the ultimate tailgating event at John Thornton Buick GMC with an all-out full blitz on factory incentives like $10,000 off MSRP on the new 25 GMC Sierra HD Denali models, $6,000 off MSRP on a new 25 GMC Terrain, or $3,000 off MSRP on a new 25 Buick Envista at John Thornton Buick GMC in Carrollton. GMC, we are professional grade. Some exclusions may apply. See store for details.
Summertime and the living is easy. Except for the mosquito bites. Skin, knees, sunburn, poison ivy.
For quick relief from summertime fun, stop by Haney's Drug Corner. They've got the creams, lotions, bandages, tinctures, and medicines, along with the expert advice of a local pharmacist to relieve whatever summer throws at you.
Swimmer's ear, bee stings, poison oak, tick bites.
Haney's Drug Corner on Dixie Street in Carrollton. Your cure for the summertime blues since 1975.
Summer fun may be winding down, but it'll be back around before you know it. That's why fall is a great time to think about winterizing your pool, making repairs, and renovating your older pools. It's also a great time to install a hot tub, and Rivers Pools is making it easier than ever with great deals, faster scheduling, lower prices, and no summer wait times. Save big with our fall specials. Be ready before next swim season. Visit Rivers Pools on Highway 27 in Carrollton, Highway 78 in Villa Rica, and online at riverspools.com.
If you're considering a new or used car or truck, your best deal is right here close to home at Scott Evans Nissan and Scott Evans Chrysler Dodge Jeep. You will have a great buying experience. This is Scott Evans, and I will personally make sure that you get a great deal, and it's backed up with service that's second to none. We make buying a car fun and easy. Come see our huge inventory at Scott Evans Nissan or Scott Evans Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Carrollton. You'll be glad you did.
Online, ScottEvansUSA.com.
All right, we are back with the Southwire Red Zone show. Southwire celebrating 75 years of delivering power. For more information, visit southwire.net. I hope I'm doing Mike Parrish proud over here tonight, trying to keep this thing going. If you were not in the car earlier, we know it's been a crazy night. Our guy, our fearless leader, Mike Parrish, was finishing up calling the Bremen game, and he's headed this way. We got people dodging storms, trying to get into cars. We got some games that are finished. We've got some games that are not. But I'm going to give you one more rundown on these scores as we move into the Red Zone show tonight. We have coming out of Alabama, we still have Randolph County 34, Ranburne 7 at the half. That game is not complete. Mount Zion Eagles defeat the Greenville Patriots tonight 24-0. I believe that only got through a half, but they have called that final. That's a region win for our Mount Zion Eagles. Up in Haralson County, we saw the Heard County Braves come in and win 20-3. And that puts them to 1-0 in the region, and that sends Haralson County to 1-1 in the region. And then up in Bremen, Georgia tonight, the Blue Devils took care of the Temple Tigers 30-0. And with a big region win, Bremen moves to 2-0 in the region, and Temple will fall to 0-2 in the region. So a good night of football. Wish we could have got more in. We're still waiting. Officially, Bowden has been canceled. That's a non-region game, so that will not affect the schedule at all. So they will continue, and they'll move into region play next week, I believe. If I'm correct.
I believe Bowden goes to Manchester, if I'm not mistaken, next week, and Mount Zion will host Trine. So those four will be in action next week, and both of those will be big ball games. It'll go a long way toward that region, so it's going to shake out.
That's good. Again, you're listening to the Southwire Red Zone show. Our sponsors here are Blossman Gas, Haney's Drug Corner, John Thornton Buick GMC, John Thornton Chevrolet, Ortho West, Rivers Pools, Smith Brothers Supply, North Georgia Turf, and, of course, our friends over at Southwire. It was an incredible night. What we talked earlier about Bremen's big win. Anything else for you, Coach Thrower, that's just jumping off the page tonight?
Well, and you got to go back to Heard County, too, and I didn't get a lot of information on how that game shook out, but a very solid win for Heard tonight to pick up their first region game and their first outing. So, we talked about Heard in the tailgate show. More or less, we feel like they're probably the favorite in that region. They won it last year. They returned a lot of those players from last year, but we know there's some other good teams out there. But got to feel like Heard's probably the front runner. But again, Bremen has made another statement tonight, so you never know. They may be nipping on their heels, because I think the Blue Devils probably feel pretty good about themselves right now.
No, I agree, and we talked about this in the pregame in the tailgate show that. You had four teams from that region playing within Haralson County tonight, two big games, and we said, these are the only two I think that got all the way through the game, but we said, the winner of those are going to come out kind of sitting good, feeling good about the region status they're in. But I don't think Haralson County's. I'm with you. I didn't get to hear a lot of what was going on, but it sounded like Heard County kind of dominated the line of scrimmage, and it looks like that way from the score as well.
Well, Heard's a very solid team. I don't think they're a team that's got a weakness. I think their quarterback's obviously an experienced player, and he can make plays throwing it and with his feet. And then they got other good skilled kids around him. Very solid on the line of scrimmage. They play good team defense. So they're they're a very solid team. I think Heard has got a shot to really make if they can stay healthy, because the big thing going into the playoffs, and of course we're jumping ahead of ourselves, but as you go through the region play and you kind of start looking at your playoff bracket, a lot of times it just depends on the matchup, and hopefully you can stay healthy. And obviously, if you're going to have a shot to make a real run, the ball's got to bounce in your favor. You got to have a break or two in there somewhere, but that's always been the three things I always kind of say, when you get into the playoffs and you got a really good football team. Well, there's other good teams in that bracket too, so a lot of it just depends on those matchups. So I feel like Heard, that's a power, that classification is under the power ranking, so you really have no idea, even going into the last week of the season, you're not going to know who you're going to play in the first or second round, or who's going to be on your side of the bracket, because it can all change in one night. So, but it'll be interesting to see how it shakes out.
That's great. You're listening to the Southwire Red Zone show. I do want to remind you that we would love to take your phone call if you were at a game tonight. If you got some, what we haven't done in a couple weeks is I feel like we have not given away the Moore's Furniture armchair quarterback call of the night. And so, let's do that tonight. Let's see who can call in here. Me and Coach DT, we're not professionals at this, so we need to hear y'all talk. And so make sure you give us a call so we can hear. And I just feel like Coach DT is going to call the armchair quarterback of the night tonight. So
we'll make a call, but we got to get some people to call in.
That's right.
I really would like somebody from Villa Rica to call in if possible, because that's the one game we're kind of almost in limbo about right now. Not sure if they're going to try to complete that thing or not. I would think with a 16-0 game, Lithia Springs probably feels like they're still within striking distance, so they're probably willing to wait it out. The Greenville game and the Mount Zion game, Greenville's probably sitting over there thinking, okay, it's 24-0, and we're lucky it's not worse. This thing's going to get ugly. It's just going to get worse. And then, the Bowden Booker T game, that's an out-of-state, non-region game, so if you stop that one early, you're not really losing anything one way or the other. I don't know how that shakes out. I don't think that game got to halftime. That's what I was always under. That was always the rule. You had to get to halftime to make a complete game. But with them being out-of-state games, it's not always falling under the same, because Alabama may have a different set of rules as Georgia, so I'm not sure how that's going to be determined. But either way, that game didn't necessarily have to get played.
That's right.
A region game or an in-state game, you got to have a winner determined in that game. So
that's great. And talking about Villa Rica, I just want to give a shout out. Most of you know I'm no coach. I'm no professional radio voice. I'm a youth pastor. And for the second week in a row, last week I had a student win homecoming queen at Temple, and tonight my girl Addison Price is homecoming queen at Villa Rica. So I do know they got through halftime long enough to crown a queen. So congratulations, Addison Price. Addison Price, you are an incredible young lady. So here's what we do have. Our friend Bernie is on the line and wanting to talk about the Herd and Haralson County game. So I have no idea. Miss Jessica's over here. I hope she hits the right buttons, and then Bernie appears. You there, Bernie?
I am here, Jay. What's going on, buddy?
Well, we're just trying to keep this thing afloat until Mike Parrish gets back. But we got Jessica and we got Swole Joel in here, and so I feel like we're in good hands. What do you think?
Well, I'm gonna call the boss and tell them to give you a 50% raise. Y'all are doing a great job. Great job.
Wow, we appreciate it, Bernie. Hey, tell us about Herd Haralson tonight. Coach DT and I were talking about. We didn't get to hear a lot of that one, so tell us what you saw.
Well, I was listening to you when I got in the car and just trying to get out of the parking lot right now. But Haralson and Herd, you came to this ball game, you got what you paid for. It was two great communities coming together to play football. A very hard-nosed full game. There was a lot of hitting in this ball game, good and bad. There were some penalties in the ball game on both sides, but hey, these guys are playing for region spots now, region game. The final score was 20-3. Herd County came away with some more momentum than Haralson County had. There was a lot of several turnovers by both teams, and so a lot of momentum switches on both sides tonight. But it seemed like that Herd County really had the momentum and kept a lot of the momentum for the game.
That's great. Did you see? The first thing I see when I see the scores of this game is one, Haralson County defense had to do a pretty good job. Herd County's been a pretty powerful offense all year, but I also see we've talked a lot about Haralson County's offense this year, and they put up 47 last week against Darlington, but tonight could only get 3 on the board. What you got it? Just Herd County's defense that good, or what'd that look like for Haralson County tonight?
It was both teams. Haralson County shot them in the foot twice with penalties that would have been touchdowns. On the other hand, Herd County held on a first down and goal from about the 5-3 plays, and then Haralson County had to settle for a field goal to make it 3-0 early in the ball game, and then from there, it's just sort of the momentum went towards the Braves for the rest of the night, unfortunately for the Haralson County Rebels. But, like I said, it was a very good game. A lot of great hits that you heard. I was in the press box with Tex for the second quarter, and we were just astonished at all the hits that were provided tonight by both teams.
Okay, what about Ethan Tisdale from Hurd? How did he play tonight? How did he perform, Bernie?
He just ran. He played the Ethan Tisdale normal game. He scored a touchdown, and hopefully Jimmy will have that up on the Braddock Sports Facebook page at some point this weekend. But Ethan's a very special player, and he's the leader of the team. And when the leader of the team plays well, usually the team is going to win, and that was the case tonight, guys.
That's good. He's a great ball player. One more question for you, Bernie. We talked a little bit about this in the tailgate show, but how did Haralson County? I mean, they feel really good last week, 47-0. They go up 1-0 in the region. Could you get a read of just the morale of the Haralson County Rebels after that loss, but still in this thing very much so?
Yeah, they were very, very down. I saw a lot of the players down, especially a couple of names that we know they were down because of a touchdown that got called back. He was upset, but you can't hang your head low. You worry about this tonight. Tomorrow you start focusing on the next week's game. Like I said, it was you can't just let this bother you. Coach was very upbeat with me after the game. I did get an interview with Coach Crutchfield, and we had a good conversation after the ball game.
That's great.
He was very, very proud of his defense holding Hurd County to 20 points, which is pretty darn good in my book.
That's right.
Well, Bernie,
before I let you go, can you please tell me that it's raining in Carrollton, Georgia right now?
It was pouring in Carrollton, Georgia when I came in, so the rain has definitely hit.
Good, because I needed some rain on my freshly on my yard that I put seed down.
There you go, Bernie. Hey, thank you so much, Bernie. We appreciate all you do for us, man, and Haralson County and Hurd County still got a long way to go in this region.
Bernie, one question before you go. Look. Okay, I got a $52 check in the mail, a reimbursement today that I wasn't expecting from one of our local utility services, and I need to know: am I putting that on Alabama or Georgia tomorrow when I call the bookie? What do you think? Okay, just want to make sure you hadn't changed allegiances here. Okay,
Bernie, you are the man. Thank you so much.
I appreciate everything that y'all do. Y'all are both an asset to our radio coverage, and I love having y'all aboard.
Thank you, Bernie.
I just want to let y'all know I'm grateful for y'all.
Appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate it, Bernie. Thank you, buddy.
All right. Hey, thank you so much. You are listening to the Southwire RedZone show. Just to remind you, that was our guy Bernie calling about the Hurd County Haralson County game, and we would love to take your call tonight. You can call 770-834-5477. We will be back right after this.
Ortho West, the new name for the Carrollton Orthopedic Clinic. This is Greg Slappy, and I want to introduce you to Ortho West, the premier orthopedic and spine physician group serving West Georgia. Since 1977, you have trusted our surgeons for all of your orthopedic needs. Through the years, as we have grown with new locations and more specialists, it was time for a new name. Ortho West is here for complete orthopedic care to get you back to work, back on the field, or back on the golf course. Check us out online at orthowestga.com.
Whether you're looking for propane delivery, gas appliances, or service work, Blossman Gas is the local company for all your propane needs. Blossman carries a wide variety of propane appliances, gas logs, Speed Queen washers and dryers, Renai tankless water heaters, gas ranges, generators, and outdoor kitchens and grills, perfect for tailgating. Visit Patrick Steed and his staff at 3801 Highway 27 in Buchanan or 1375 Highway 166 in Bowden to see live demos and discover the Blossman difference, bringing hometown propane service to families and businesses since 1960.
You call the play and score big. at the John Thornton Chevrolet Ultimate Tailgate Event on Thornton Road in Lithia Springs with an all-out blitz of factory incentives like $10,000 off MSRP on new 25 Chevy Silverado HD models, take $8,500 off MSRP on new 25 Suburban models. Chevrolet, together let's drive at John Thornton Chevrolet, Thornton Road in Lithia Springs. So big, they named the road after us. Some exclusions may apply. See store for details.
Create a field of dreams on your home lawn this season with NG Turf, your premium sod supplier. Our drought-tolerant, warm-season Tiff-Tuff Bermuda is perfect for your full-sun yard. Got shade? We have the solution. Xeon Zoysia, great for lawns with more shady areas. Call and speak with one of our certified lawn professionals to learn more about all our premium farm fresh sod varieties backed by 1-year warranty. Schedule your delivery or pickup from our farm in Whitesburg or find more information at ngturf.com.
Since 1962, Smith Brothers Supply has met the plumbing and electrical supply needs of West Georgia's most respected tradesmen and most discerning homeowners. Whether you're trying to come in under bid or keep your spouse happy, you can count on Smith Brothers to deliver fast, friendly service and the highest quality plumbing and electrical supplies at an honest price. At Smith Brothers Supply, their expert staff make the difference. So go with the folks you know. Smith Brothers Supply Company, City Hall Avenue, downtown Carrollton.
I should have just went to the house, man. What am I doing here? Y'all don't need me. Welcome back to the Southwire RedZone show, celebrating 75 years of delivering power. For more information, visit southwire.com. .com is what we got to do. So, thank you so much. All right. We got 2 callers. Tell Bruce to hang on. We'll get to him in a minute. Let's see. I got to go here. I'm going to go here. Let's see. Paul, you with us?
I sure am, guys. How are y'all?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Doing great.
Paul Fitzsimmons, how you doing, brother?
Oh, man, I couldn't be better. Just very fortunate. We were able to get the sounds like we were kind of the chosen few tonight. Everybody else got rained out, got wet. We were pretty fortunate tonight to be able to get the game in.
That's good, brother. What'd you see up there in Haralson County tonight?
Oh, it was a good time. I tell you, we as soon as we pulled in, it was a well-oiled machine out there. AD Brian Warren and Vic Coggins did a great job logistically putting it on, and they had all the help that they needed. And it was a good time. It was a well-played, hard-fought contest from start to finish, and we're just again glad we were able to get it in.
Hey, Brian Warren's on top of things all the time. He takes care of me. I'll tell you that. So
there ain't no doubt. We had everything we needed and more.
That's good. What'd you see? I know you've seen Heard County play a lot. Heard County play a lot. I got a chance to see the Rebels tonight. Anything just stand out about them tonight? Obviously, they're having a better year and played a tough game by all things considered.
Yeah, for sure. Kind of go into everything. Bernie went on. I tell you one thing for sure is I'm proud of our special teams. I mean, we kicked some good kicks this year on field goals. We probably kicked a 40-yarder tonight. That was a big difference. Haralson County had a good kicker too. They made one tonight as well. So I tell you what, anytime you can count on good special teams. That gives you an extra chance to win a ball game, and I'm sure that's really going to help us along the way.
Well, Coach Fitzsimmons, this is David Thrower. How you doing?
I'm great, DT. How are you, man?
I'm doing well, brother. Look, this is your second year at Herd now?
No, this is my first. I've been here about 8 months.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this: since you've been there for a little while, have you got this power ranking thing figured out? You got to be on top of that, brother. If you play in this league now.
You asked it now.
Do what now?
I said, you know the answer to that.
I tell you what we used to do at Mount Zion Back in the day, we called on your good friend Joey Marinelli, the math guy, because
I guarantee you that guy knows it.
he was sharp as a tack. Now, he knew the whole deal. We could tell you whatever, and he was never wrong. He was always on top of his game. So, he's out of education now, but hey, for a nominal fee, you might put him back to work and see if you can get him on to help you out on that power ranking. Well,
I tell you what, man, that joker's sharp as a tack now.
Well, sound like the Braves are going in the right direction, and you got a great athletic program down there. You got a very competitive group in a lot of sports. So I'm hoping you're enjoying it. I'm sure you are.
Oh man, we got a lot of good people, a lot of good things going down here in Franklin, Georgia. We're very, very fortunate.
Well, that's awesome, man. I'm glad to hear that.
All right, Paul. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Have a safe trip back.
Absolutely, guys. Thanks for what you do.
Thank you,
buddy. Take care, man.
Thanks. We got, let me see. Let me do this. Take care of that. Bruce is on the phone. Before we get to him real quick, so I get from tailgate at Haralson County to Bremen. Oh, it's the first three people. I park the van and get out, and I'm walking in the stadium. Some great people, because they complimented us on everything we do.
We paid them off.
I said, hey, you know Jay Webb? You know David? No, I'm just kidding. They were very nice. All right, Bruce Guthrie may have an update for us at Villa Rica. Bruce, good evening, sir.
Good evening to you. We are live, friends, from the Sam McIntyre Stadium at Villa Rica High School, where we have enjoyed a half of football, a music fest with rain-related tunes, and now we're watching Top Gun Maverick on the Jumbotron.
Well, it could be worse.
Wow, okay.
Is it still raining, or is there lightning, I guess, is the big thing?
It's both, and there's no telling when we're going to... I mean, it is so palpable here that the West Georgia ambulance has turned around with his nose towards the Jumbotron, drive-in movie style, and we're just enjoying things now. And
so at this point, they're going to try to finish it, right?
We have no word of any forfeits whatsoever. It looks like they're going to try to play it out.
Okay.
Villa Rica is up 16-0,
and it's halftime, right?
Half. Yes, we did play a first half.
Okay.
And in that first half, Eubanks to a giant 32 yards with 8:45 to go in the first quarter, a failed extra point, and Lydia punted. After on their first drive, Villa Rica's defense played so well that they couldn't even get the punt to the 50-yard line. They started at the 47 and got down to the 6, where David Oliva's 23-yard field goal with 4:06 to go into first made it 9-0. That's where we were at the end of the first. Then one more touchdown, an 18-yard TD pass on first down after a conversion on 4th and 1 by Eubanks, and that pass went to Josiah Walker, 16-0, and then the rain came.
Gotcha. All right. Keep us updated. We'll be here for a little while.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thanks, Bruce. Appreciate it, man.
You bet. No problem.
So, Bruce updating us on what's going on in Villa Rica. It looks like they're going to wait it out. 16-0. They go to the third quarter. Over in Alabama, I just got this in the hallway as I was coming in. Supposedly, they're playing at Wedowee. Lightning hit somewhere around the concession stand and knocked the power out.
Wow.
So they had played to halftime there. Randolph County all over Ranburne 34-7. Mount Zion beat Greenville 24-0. I was driving in. So how forward? They didn't finish.
They made it to a half.
Played a half.
Okay.
Played the first half.
Yep.
Heard County beat Haralson County. That one went the distance, I guess.
Went the distance,
20-3. Bremen, unfortunately for Temple, that one went the distance, 30-0 there. In the Bowden game, canceled, 7-0. Bowden led it, but it goes down as no game.
No game. Yep.
And as you pointed out, Coach, as I was listening to
I believe that's still the rule, unless it's changed in the last couple of years. That's you had to make it to halftime to be an official game.
Well, the Braves are playing again, if anybody cares. They got through their rain delay. They're down, I think, 5-2 to the Pirates. So, wow, what a night.
What a night.
Where are we? I'm here. Let's see. I lost what I was going to do there. Let me see if I can bring it back up.
We got to have some Bremen faithfuls who want to call in tonight.
Yeah, where's the Blue Devil family at?
There's some Blue Devil Nation out there who wants to call and kind of.
770-834-5477.
What you don't know is DT is going to give away the Morris Furniture Armchair Quarterback tonight, so we need that call still.
Right now it's Bernie for Go Dogs, isn't it?
Yeah, I think he's got it right now.
We're going to wait and see if they win. If I'm going to bet $52.04 was my reimbursement check I got in the mail today, then I'm going to make sure the Dogs win before I give Bernie anything.
All right, let's try some highlights here. We'll go to Haralson County, Heard County. at Taylor Memorial Stadium. And our highlights brought to you by Budget Blinds of Douglasville and Villa Rica. The best blind date that you will ever have. You can find them online at budgetblinds.com/Douglasville-GA. Haralson County struck first. 30-yard field goal from Mr. Patino in that matchup. Oh, here we go again. Let's see. I'm going to have to do this probably. I'm going to have to close some of it. It is not going anywhere, is it? Well, let me try it down here and see. That's not it.
Here she goes. Jessica's coming to the rescue.
Snap's good.
There we go.
It's good. The kick is up, and it looks like it might be good. It is good. Haralson County takes a 3-0 lead with 1:22 to play here in the first.
All right. Let me get all these out of the way. That was Tex Carter with a call. This thing doesn't move fast enough. Our hamster. Well, I was just trying to close it all out.
Okay.
Don't I need to?
You would have to say no to all. Here, just minimize that.
All right. You got the,
That's first A.
all right, we got that one.
All right. And then you
So we'll move on. So Haralson County takes a 3-0 lead, and then Jacob Kilgore saves them with a touchdown-saving tackle for the Rebels. The hamster's drowning tonight. Evidently, our hamster's been struck by lightning as well. I guess I'm going to have to go to here. Is that it?
No, it's the same thing.
No.
Oh, there.
My goodness.
Just say no.
Hurd County with 5:24 to play puts it in play with Ethan Tisdale coming to the line of scrimmage. Looked like Coleman, who just had that big run back, is in the backfield beside him again. Got a wide out left, wide out right. Max Lassiter in the slot to the right. He hands it off to Coleman. Coleman running right, got some running room. He's caught. Boy, a touchdown-saving tackle that time by Jacob Kilgore.
It protected a 3-2 lead at that point in time for Haralson County, but Hurd County would take the lead shortly thereafter.
Hurd County threatening to score and take the lead. Tisdale in the backfield. Coleman to his left. Split outs, one right, two left. But it looks like they're just using that as decoys to hand the ball to Coleman. They hand it to him over the right side. He's going to walk in. Touchdown.
So they score, go for two, and get in. It's 10-3, and then they add on a field goal to Hurd County to grab a 13-3 lead at halftime.
The holder's number 10, Trip Kerbo. The ball's down at the 24, so it's a 34-yard field goal attempt. Same as Patino. High snap. Good. Did he get it through? He did.
And the kick was good. 13-3 at that point. That was a halftime score, and Hurd County put it away, iced it in the fourth quarter with the final score of the night.
Lassiter in the slot to the right behind the tight end. Etheridge going to run it. Ethan Tisdale runs it left and in for the touchdown.
20-3 the final as Hurd County wins it. So they are, 5-0, 1-0 in region play.
Mm-hmm.
And outside of these highlights, I don't know anything that happened. But I think if you're ready, Crutchfield, 20-3, do you have a good feeling coming out?
Yeah, we talked about it earlier, right? I mean, no coach ever wants to say the word moral victory, and I you still got beat 20-3, but I think you hung in there. And when I got into the car from the Bremen Temple game, they were still right there in it, and so I think you feel good, man, that you can compete. We obviously know Hurd County's number 4 team in the state. They're clicking on all cylinders right now, and so I think you know that you can fight in that region coming off of even though it's a loss, you feel like you put up a good fight tonight.
Coach,
I'm going to say this. It doesn't feel too good when you get beat, regardless.
That's right. That's right.
But you're right. Your kids have fought and they played hard and they gave a great effort. And there's probably some things you can clean up that'll help you the next go around. And they're in a position, I think, to make a run through this region and to qualify for the playoffs. But there's a pecking order and there's levels to this thing. And Hurd right now has been kind of the big dog in the region for a while, and they're an outstanding program. So you look at your kids and hey, we've done some good things, but we still got a ways to go. we're not where we were, but we're not where we want to be either. So as long as they understand that, I don't know if you call that moral victory or what, but I don't want to use that term because that's sacrilegious to the coach.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep.
So,
we'll let you go with that.
But you do know your kids, hey, we're not where we were, but we're also not where we want to go either. So just knowing that in the back of your mind, it's okay to be disappointed, but you're not going to be discouraged because it's your kids are fighting, they're playing, and they're getting after it. And you got 4 more opportunities, and they're 1-1 in the region. So they're still in shape to have a good season.
All right, so we ran through the budget blinds of Douglasville, Villarica, highlights of the game. Now let's hand out the superlatives, the honors for the game. The elite golf cars. Player of the game, Darian Coleman of Heard County. His performance tonight gets him that honor. Elite golf cars, 16 Sand Hill, Shady Grove Road in Carrollton. Sales, service, repairs, all your golf cart needs under one roof. The unsung hero of the night, Dawson Aldridge of Haralson County. He gets that honor. All Seasons Roofing, serving West Georgia for over 30 years. Call 770-830-ROOF to get your estimate today. They don't want an arm and a leg, just a finger and a toe. And the Carroll County Recreation Department's power play of the game, it's the Heard County O-line. Shout out to the big boys up there.
The Hogs.
Your guys there, Coach Thor.
You got to love that. That's just what it's all about right there. So, and the good thing about it is you just don't name one. It's got to be the whole unit.
Group,
the Hogs.
Got to be the whole unit. So, shout out to the Heard County OL, baby.
So they get the power play of the game, breaking down Haralson County's defense in that second quarter of play. The Carroll County Recreation Department, where the love of the game begins. They proudly serve the community with a variety of sports and family fun events for over 25 years. Check out the Carroll County Recreation Department on Facebook for more. We would love to hear from you. 770-834-5477 is our number on this wet, stormy night. High school football. Some people played. Some people started, didn't finish. Some just didn't get going anywhere, really. If you want to talk about it, where you were, 770-834-5477. The Southwire RedZone show continues after this timeout.
Southwire, we know what it means to show up, play hard, and leave it all on the field, just like our local athletes do every week. For 75 years, Southwire has built long-lasting ties in the community. We're proud to stand behind our players, coaches, teachers, and staff who shape tomorrow's leaders, one game and one lesson at a time. Whether in the classroom, on the field, or in the workplace, leadership and commitment to community matters. If you're ready to turn your drive into something powerful, we're ready for you. Explore your future with us at careers.southwire.com and become one of the people behind the power.
You call the play and score big during the ultimate tailgating event at John Thornton Buick GMC with an all-out full blitz on factory incentives like $10,000 off MSRP on the new 25 GMC Sierra HG Denali models, to $6,000 off MSRP on a new 25 GMC Terrain, or $3,000 off MSRP on a new 25 Buick Envista at John Thornton Buick GMC in Carrollton. GMC, we are professional grade. Some exclusions may apply. See store for details.
Summertime and the living is easy. Except for the mosquito bites. Skin knees, sunburn, poison ivy.
For quick relief from summertime fun, stop by Haney's Drug Corner. They've got the creams, lotions, bandages, tinctures, and medicines, along with the expert advice of a local pharmacist to relieve whatever summer throws at you.
Swimmer's ear, bee stings, poison oak, tick bites.
Haney's Drug Corner on Dixie Street in Carrollton. Your cure for the summertime blues since 1975.
Summer fun may be winding down, but it'll be back around before you know it. That's why fall is a great time to think about winterizing your pool, making repairs, and renovating your older pools. It's also a great time to install a hot tub, and Rivers Pools is making it easier than ever with great deals, faster scheduling, lower prices, and no summer wait times. Save big with our fall specials. Be ready before next swim season. Visit Rivers Pools on Highway 27 in Carrollton, Highway 78 in Villarica, and online at riverspools.com.
If you're considering a new or used car or truck, your best deal is right here close to home at Scott Evans Nissan and Scott Evans Chrysler Dodge Jeep. You will have a great buying experience. This is Scott Evans, and I will personally make sure that you get a great deal, and it's backed up with service that's second to none. We make buying a car fun and easy. Come see our huge inventory at Scott Evans Nissan or Scott Evans Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Carrollton. You'll be glad you did.
Online, ScottEvansUSA.com.
In honor of Coach Thor's college days down in Statesboro, Georgia.
Best 7 years of my life getting that 4-year degree, baby.
Little Gap Band for you on Friday night. Welcome back to the Southwire RedZone Show, celebrating 75 years of delivering power. For more information, visit southwire.com.
That may be Devo.
What's the Gap Band, isn't it?
I don't know. I think that may be. Let me hear the lyrics.
No idea, guys.
He's turned
no
into
idea.
a music legend.
No idea.
That is not Devo, I can tell you.
I don't know now. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
It's not. That ain't Devo. I promise you that is not Devo.
Okay.
Unless they did their own version of it. That is not Devo.
All right. Well, I thought it was Gap Band too first time I heard it, but then I got thinking about it. So
It is.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Where was I? Southwire RedZone Show. Celebrating 75 years of delivering power. For more information, visit southwire.com. Also, our show brought to you by Blossman Gas, Haney's Drug Corner, John Thornton Buick, GMC, John Thornton Chevrolet, Ortho West, Rivers Pools, Smith Brothers Supply, and NG Turf. If you're watching us on Facebook or YouTube, in the corner, we don't put Baby in the corner, but we put Coach Thor
DT in the corner.
And then there you go. That's it.
Graddick, baby. Graddick all the way.
Jay Webb. Jessica came through, didn't she?
We got.
She spent all week getting these little koozies for us.
We're getting a sponsorship here.
Oh, she's grinning and then cussing us behind the window there at the same time.
I want an extra $5 on my first check.
Yes, sir. 0 times 0 is 0. So just keep.
That's right. That's right.
Last night, Central went over to Clayton County, Jonesboro, to Terra Stadium, Hines Ward Field. Matchup with the Jonesboro Cardinals, 24-21. Central won it. They got off to a pretty good start, took an early 7-0 lead, scored on the first possession of the night. Jace, the handoff, stepped around one man, another man, and dives. He's to the end zone. Touchdown for the Lions. Jace Walton, 4-yard run, and dives in from about a yard out as he got hit at the goal line. The Budget Blinds highlights of last night's game, by the way. Central led then 14-0 after their second possession of the game. Kick is up, and the Davis kick is good. 14-0. Lions lead it. 9:29 left to go. First half. That was Jake Davis. We'll talk more about him in a moment. Somehow we missed a touchdown play. They score, cut it to 14-7. That's the score at the half. Jonesboro then took the lead in the third quarter, going up on top of the Lions in this one. Peel fake. He looks for Wyman. Going deep, trying to hit the home run. Got him out here. Caught it. Touchdown. You could sense that coming. They faked to Jovan and sent their best player just fly pattern, just the go route, streaking down the sideline. Perfect throw. Sharp, who hadn't thrown it that great tonight. Well, that was a terrific throw. His best of the night. Lady hit him in the hands in stride. That guy didn't sound real excited they scored there. Took the lead at 21-14. By the way, the Wyman touchdown reception by Wyman, the guy, it's a Miami commit for them.
That's right. Central
comes back, though, and let's see. They tie it up right here, right now. Central extra lineman and tight end in there, and he'll fake, pull it out, does Harris, going to look and throw, and an easy touchdown pass for the Lions as he faked, pulled it out, and just sort of held it there for a split second or two. Pause, count 1-2, and he dumped it to Evan Templeton, the freshman, caught the touchdown pass, and so that tied it. Central 21-21. Got the ball late in the fourth quarter. And one of the biggest plays of the night coming up here on a 3rd and long for the Lions. Toward the line of scrimmage and tried to lead the way for Harris, and somebody got him up high and spun him around and knocked him down, and that was the defensive end again. They crashed down. Nick Smith knocks him down. A loss of a yard back to the 24-yard line. Now it's 3rd and 15 Central. 80 seconds left to play in the game. Tied up at 21-21. Somebody forgot to edit part of this. He was going to run in behind Jonas Walton, but Smith I think the play's coming up here in a minute. Around the shoulder area there. 3rd and 15 from the 24. This is the big play.
Walton to the left of the quarterback here. That's Jonas. Snap to Harris. He'll fake to Walton. Drops to throw. Looks. Going deep. Got a man running wide open. And he caught it. Simmons inside the 35.
Holler just hugged it as it came in and falls at the 31-yard line. He got behind Wyman, the Miami commit, the AJC Super 11. He got behind him and took it and got it all the way. What a throw by J.R. Harris. So that puts Central in business. What happened here? I lost it. I'm going to quit and go home, I think. Good grief.
Let me run the mouse.
I got it.
Okay.
I just got to get back to it. There's Mother. There it is. That one.
And week 7.
Yeah, week 7. How did I get out of it? All right. So that set it up. They're at the 31-yard line. They gained 1 yard, so it's 4th down. 16 seconds to go in the game. Here's what happened. Jake Davis, will they try a 47-yard field goal? Well, I think we still have a little bit of rain here. Nothing real heavy. So Central the timeout to discuss it here. 21. I'm going to do this. Can I do this? I'm going to put it to right there. How's that? Let's try that and see. From the far side hashed, a 47-yard attempt for Davis. Harris will hold. We'll put it down at the 37. So Jake Davis, the junior, try to give Central the lead here with 16 seconds. High snap, got it down, kick, high enough. Is it long enough? And it is good. He got it through. It just cleared the crossbar. 47-yard field goal, his first game-winning field goal of his career. Central wins at 24-21. And we think puts them in the driver's seat in the region race because those two that met each other last night, probably the top two teams in Region 3, Class 4A.
Absolutely. Go ahead, Coach.
Well, next week Central's got Stars Mill at home, and Stars got their first win tonight. So, Central has been Stars has been Central's thorn the last couple of years because in 23, that's who they paired up with in the quarterfinal, and Central lost a heartbreaking game at home. And then last year, if you remember, Central, Jonesboro, and Stars were all in a three-way tie at the end of the season for the and then I think Central won the region on the tiebreaker, but Stars beat Central last year in another close game. So it's kind of like we talked about Bremen and Temple tonight. I think Central's going to have the Stars game circled on the calendar and probably put a little asterisk by it because it's time to get those guys back, and this may be a good time to do it. But I gotta like Central's chances the rest of the way out. Northside, Columbus, and Harris was in a shootout. I don't know what the final was. Last time I looked, it was still kind of in doubt. It was a late score. And then that only leaves Griffin. And Griffin's apparently a much better team this year, but still not sure if they're on the level with a team like Central. So Central, you got to feel like you like their chances going into the last month of the season.
Yeah, I know Coach Brown preaches this, but you're going to go 1-0 next week, and that's what they're going to focus on right now. It's
all you can do.
That's all you can do. Go 1-0 one more time, and that's what they'll do. They'll be focused in on that. But I think we talked about it earlier. Just the win, 24-21 at Terra Stadium in Jonesboro's backyard. That's a win that you lean into, just like I believe they leaned into that Oxford win for the victory last night. You look back on that at some point again in this season, whether that be a tough match in the region or if that's a first, second round of the playoffs, and they're going to have to lean into that. I talked to Coach Horsley last week at church, and if Central comes away with the 1 seed, 4A's real tough. So even second round, you're looking at some very tough competition, no matter where you finish at. So you're gonna have to lean into these tight games, and you feel good right now. These are these games maybe Central didn't win the past couple of years, but as they've got older, J.R. Harris has matured more. It's a win that I think they're going to lean back into.
Yeah, and to your point too, I think Central in 4A, just looking at it, and I'm pretty familiar with a lot of those teams. I I coached most of my career 3A, 4A, 5A level, and Central is in a very tough division. There may be more teams in 4A that could actually make a run at it and get to the finals or semifinals than any other classification. I think if you're looking at 5A or 6A, you're probably looking at 4, 5, 6 teams, and maybe even in 3A and 2A. I think 4A's got 7 or 8, maybe 9 or 10 teams that could actually make a run at this thing, because there's some traditional programs there. So it's going to be a tough bracket no matter where you fall. You're going to have to play a good team sooner or later. But you do know by winning the region that you'll have 2 home games.
Right. That's right.
And that's the biggest thing. So, and you should be okay in the first round. But then, like you said, it starts getting serious by that second round.
Mm-hmm. So those were the budget blinds highlights unedited of the game that we heard there a moment ago.
We just got to hear more of the professional Mike Parrish.
Well, maybe the only thing more impressive than J.R. Harris leading that final drive and getting that hole down, and the Davis kid with the kick might have been the solo artist, Mike Parrish.
I agree.
We're talking play-by-play, color man, sideline reporter, technical support, executive co-producer. I mean,
I'm going to let y'all in on a little secret right here, right now.
Yes, sir.
They've heard this for 43 years across the state lines at Jacksonville State. The person that designed press boxes where the windows doesn't open should be hung up by their toenails somewhere on the town square. It's awful. And I ran into that last night. Oh, it's terrible. You sound like you're in a hole. But the worst part, what I hate about it, you don't get the feeling of the game. No atmosphere, no emotion and energy. That was driving me crazy last night. I hadn't encountered that in a little while. I did run a microphone out, so that helped some, a crowd mic. But
there you go.
The superlatives last night for the Lions, player of the game, Jake Davis.
I mean, come on.
47-yard field goal to win it. Goggles did it. The unsung hero was J.R. Harris, by the way, Elite Golf Cars, player of the game. 16 Sand Hill, Shady Grove Road, and Carrollton Sales, service, repairs, all your golf cart needs under one roof. So Jake Davis got that. J.R. Harris was the unsung hero of the game. He threw it well, but his legs were a big part. He had some key runs in that for them last night. All Seasons Roofing, serving West Georgia for over 30 years. Call 770-830-ROOF to get your estimate today. They don't want an arm and a leg, just a finger and a toe. And what else could it be? The Carroll County Rec Power play of the game, the 47-yard field goal from Jake Davis to win it. And that's the Carroll County Rec Power play of the game. The love of the game begins at Carroll County Recreation Department. They proudly have served the community with a variety of sports and family fun events for over 25 years. You can learn more about them at the Carroll County Recreation Department Facebook page to come up with more.
And Mike, let me ask you this. I know this is going to be before Jay's time, but do you remember back in the day where they would refer to the quarterback as a field general?
Yes.
You remember that? That term was popular.
Right.
That kind of feels like J.R. Harris because he can do a little bit of everything. I mean, you're talking about a guy that can run it, he can throw it, he's accurate, he can throw the deep ball, good decision maker, holds on extra points. I mean, that's pretty, pretty versatile guy. They're leading you, and he's still got another year to go, I think.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, junior.
Played a lot of football the last 3 years, and definitely a bell cow for the Central Lions.
So, for those of you just joining us, hello, Matt Skinner. We have had delays throughout the night. Villa Rica is still in the delay, and they still, at this point in time, the last we heard, we're still planning on playing 16-0. They got to halftime in that game, and they're still waiting. Bowden canceled tonight the game with Booker T. Washington. Randolph County, Ranburne stopped at halftime, 34-7. That has been postponed, as we understand, at this point in time. And then Mount Zion played a half, but it's a game. They beat Greenville 24-0. And Bremen shut out Temple 30-0. Heard County stopped Haralson County tonight 20-3. And in 9-man football, New Creation Christian Academy, the Crusaders beat the Stallions of Holy Ground Baptist by a score of 22-0 tonight. So you're up to date on the scores. You're in the local area. Central last night, 24-21, their win over the Cardinals from Jonesboro. The Southwire RedZone show continues. Get ready. Chance to win some swag coming up here from Southwire in just a bit. Southwire celebrating 75 years of delivering power. For more information, visit southwire.com.
Ortho West, the new name for the Carrollton Orthopedic Clinic. This is Greg Slappy, and I want to introduce you to Ortho West, the premier orthopedic and spine physician group serving West Georgia. Since 1977, you have trusted our surgeons for all of your orthopedic needs. Through the years, as we have grown with new locations and more specialists, it was time for a new name. Ortho West is here for complete orthopedic care to get you back to work, back on the field, or back on the golf course. Check us out online at orthowestga.com.
Whether you're looking for propane delivery, gas appliances, or service work, Blossman Gas is the local company for all your propane needs. Blossman carries a wide variety of propane appliances, gas logs, Speed Queen washers and dryers, Renai tankless water heaters, gas ranges, generators, and outdoor kitchens and grills, perfect for tailgating. Visit Patrick Steed and his staff at 3801 Highway 27 in Buchanan or 1375 Highway 166 in Bowden to see live demos and discover the Blossman difference, bringing hometown propane service to families and businesses since 1960.
You call the play and score big at the John Thornton Chevrolet Ultimate Tailgate Event on Thornton Road in Lithia Springs, with an all-out blitz of factory incentives like $10,000 off MSRP on new 25 Chevy Silverado HD models, take $8,500 off MSRP on new 25 Suburban models. Chevrolet, together let's drive at John Thornton Chevrolet, Thornton Road in Lithia Springs. So big, they named the road after us. Some exclusions may apply. See store for details.
Create a field of dreams on your home lawn this season with NG Turf, your premium sod supplier. Our drought-tolerant, warm-season Tiff-Tuff Bermuda is perfect for your full-sun yard. Got shade? We have the solution. Zeon Zoysia, great for lawns with more shady areas. Call and speak with one of our certified lawn professionals to learn more about all our premium farm fresh sod varieties backed by 1-year warranty. Schedule your delivery or pickup from our farm in Whitesburg or find more information at ngturf.com.
Since 1962, Smith Brothers Supply has met the plumbing and electrical supply needs of West Georgia's most respected tradesmen and most discerning homeowners. Whether you're trying to come in under bid or keep your spouse happy, you can count on Smith Brothers to deliver fast, friendly service and the highest quality plumbing and electrical supplies at an honest price. At Smith Brothers Supply, their expert staff make the difference. So go with the folks you know. Smith Brothers Supply Company, City Hall Avenue, downtown Carrollton.
Welcome back to the Southwire RedZone show, celebrating 75 years of delivering power. For more information, visit southwire.net. Coming up, stand by. We'll give you a chance to win some Southwire swag in honor of that 75th anniversary. Where am I? All right, let's see. I need to get out of this in order to get back to here.
DT is a marketing genius over here.
What is he saluting over there?
Yeah, he's just making sure the camera sees the Gradic Sports koozie.
Gradic, baby.
Just making sure.
Ride or die, baby.
High school football scores in the local area
off the rails
here tonight.
here.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Midnight, come quickly, please. Hearn County beat Haralson County 20-3. Bremen shut out Temple 30-0. Mount Zion, a winner in region play, 24-0 over the Green Wolf Patriots. And again, Bowden's game canceled Bowden and Booker T. It was 7-0. They were still in the first quarter, long delay, just never got it going, so that one's been canceled. Ranburn at Randolph County was at halftime over in Wedowee, 34-7. That one has been postponed, is the word that we got. And Holy Ground, 22-0. They go down tonight to New Creation Christian. They're still trying to play it. Villa Rica's still trying to wait it out. The Cats with a 16-0 lead at halftime over Lithia Springs. And I guess one thing there is you got two schools that are close together, so whenever they can get it going, Lithia Springs won't have a far drive to get back to the house, so to speak.
It's still going to be a late night.
Amen to that.
I feel sorry for that coach. He's got laundry duty after the game. I can tell you that. That's another 4 hours in the
How
hole.
many loads of clothes you wash in your career?
Well, I was, the PE guy generally gets the laundry. So I was always in the gym or in the weight room. So I estimated, I did this one time and I wrote it down for our coaches because I was before the last game. Let me see how many.
Oh, man, he's got this in his phone.
Oh, gosh.
Wow.
I had an estimate here. Hold on. Here we go. This was probably estimated 5,000 loads of laundry is what I estimated.
That's a lot of laundry.
It's a lot of laundry.
I estimated 6,000 hours of weight training, 5,500 hours of health and personal fitness, 5,000 hours of laundry, 8,000 hours of film watched.
I see why you weren't a math major now.
Yeah, well, I'm just giving it 4,000 kids giving a ride home, 2,000 practice days, 1,500 coaches meetings.
And I'm sure 1,499 of those were great meetings too, weren't they?
I actually enjoyed it. That was especially Sunday. That was always my favorite day. 1,200 days of after-school weight training, 800 summer workouts, 600 track practices, 400 games and scrimmages, and 300 spring practices, 200 track meets, 100 nights at Coach Hodges' offensive line camp. So, yeah, I did a whole breakdown for all those 22-year-old coaches we had. And I said, boys, this is what you got to look forward to.
Thank you for enjoying the highlight of David Thrower's life.
Life. We just heard it.
And I had absolutely zero state championship rings. So
I got one 6U softball.
I actually have two as an assistant wrestling coach, but I never put that on my resume because every time I got a new job, I didn't want anybody to know I even knew anything about wrestling. I don't count those. I didn't even wear those when we got them. I said,
let me get this train back on track here. Let's see. Region 6, Class A Division 1, Pepperell's now 2-0. They beat Darlington tonight, 48-21. I don't know that many people saw that. 2-0. Bremen 2-0. And Heard County's 1-0. And Heard's got to go. They don't have an open date the rest of the way. Everybody else, I think, has got an open date in there. Let's see. I was trying to find Bacon County Cookberry tonight, 17-12. Fitzgerald's 2-3. Appling County beat them 15-14. That's down south. Let's see. Wow. Oh, I saw Cartersville. That's Woodland, Cartersville. Cass wore them out tonight, 55 tonight. Cass is 6-1 on the year.
Cass is they're pretty skilled.
Did you see Valdosta and Camden was supposedly one of the top games in the state? 63-19. Valdosta wins that one.
Apparently the Wildcats are making a return to greatness. And Lowndes, they kind of thumped Colquitt County Packers there.
Yeah. Lowndes is 6-0. Valdosta 6-0.
That'll be fun.
Douglas County 6-0 final. That's got to be a shortened. That's got to be a game that was stopped.
Yeah, and that's a non-region right there. So
that had to be maybe halftime.
Oh, Columbia's 0-6. There's no way Douglas County didn't score with.
That may just be Columbia's record right there, the 0-6, that score.
If you looked at Columbia's, did you look at their non-region schedule?
No.
Okay, I can't remember the exact order, but they played Rome, Carrollton, Cartersville, Douglas County, maybe Cale. I mean, they loaded up. They won their region last year and was 4-6.
See, if that was college football, you'd be saying they were money games that they were playing.
Yeah, but I mean, they loaded up, and I think they won a playoff game last year. They're not Callaway. They played Callaway, which is closer to their size, but still a really good program. So, they get in their own region, they're going to be hard to beat. They're definitely going to be battle tested.
Haven't gotten an update as far as we know. Villarica.
I just got an update right there. That Douglas County game was stopped after the first quarter. So,
are they counting it then?
No, I would assume that's just going to be a no contest, much like Bowden. Eric Collins can let me know. He's texting me right now, but I would assume that's going to be a no contest. That's a non-region game. So
you see where Northgate won again. So Northgate, Troop, and who else did Villarica? Central.
Yeah,
all still undefeated. All three still undefeated.
There are 3 losses to 3 unbeaten teams.
Scroll back up on this thing, Mike.
Yes, sir.
I tell you, big 4A matchup that Central could see in the playoff Benedictine beat Ware County 30-27.
Ooh, Ware County's first loss.
Yeah, and that's Region 1 down there. That's that region with it's Benedictine, Ware, Warner Robins, Perry. There's some really good teams in that league. So
Warner Robins is 4A? I didn't realize.
Yeah,
wow.
they are. They actually petitioned to go down. They won the petition.
They got thumped tonight. Warner Robins did. Wayne County beat them 32-10 according to the scoreboard.
First game Wayne County's won in 2 years.
Oh wow.
Wow. And you mentioned Stars Mill won.
Stars did.
They beat Monday's Mill.
That was a fight to the first victory right there. Yeah.
They would say on Saturday mornings on College game day, that's a pillow fight. 0-5 versus 0-5 going in.
That was what it was.
So, wow.
You know, I looked up Stars the other day. Of course, their school's about 28, 29 years old, and they've only had like 3 losing seasons.
Mm-hmm.
So for them to be 1-5, that's very uncharacteristic of their program.
That's right.
Upson Lee beat Mary Person 17-14.
That's a border county rival. That's an old rivalry. Used to be Robert E. Lee back in the day.
Yeah. When I was in high school, that's what it was. That's how old I am.
Two good programs, yeah.
Mary Persons, who was it? Dan
Pitts.
Pitts was there forever and forever.
One of my favorite places to play as a visiting team was at Mary Persons.
Oh, really?
Oh, it was a great atmosphere. The fans sit right on top of you. I mean, there's no track around the field. They're right there. K-Row was like that, too. It was awesome.
Syrup makers.
K-Row, Peach, the old Peach County Stadium. Those are all, I love playing all those places. They were just neat. It was football.
So, I got the thumbs up. We can get to some highlights now. Thank you, Jessica. Bremen, Temple tonight. And it was all the home team in this one. Bremen out to avenge a loss last year in the 23rd meeting between the two. They forced Temple 3 and out in the opening possession, and then the Blue Devils march it down the field, and they jump on top. Well, with a big play is how they got to the end zone here.
Go to John Thornton Buick GMC on Highway 27 in Carrollton. Shop their huge inventory of certified and pre-owned.
Well, that's a commercial. That is not the highlight.
American Pie Pizzeria is a family-owned restaurant and so much more.
We'll have to back out of this here.
Enjoy a lunchtime buffet.
Boom. It was a commercial, dear.
Well, it should have saved. Well, then don't do the other.
Wait, is this Halloween night? You know, the last night of the regular season is Halloween, but I think it struck here the last Friday in September. So I'm gonna wait a moment here before I
think I know what it is. I just realized that we've heard 0 strike up the fight song tonight from Seth Kane, and we've heard no Toodaloo touchdowns from Matt Skinner. And it's got everything off because neither one of those guys were on a call tonight.
It feels kind of uneventful without those two characters.
I need the breaking news sound effect here. Bruce Guthrie lets us know they have resumed. Villa Rica,
all right.
Lithia Springs are in the third
we
quarter.
We need a Matt Skinner call in.
Yeah.
I feel like that could kind of pick business up here a little bit while we're trying to.
And our good buddy Larry
highlights.
Evans has texted, and we were talking about Columbia. He said they were the number 7 seed hosting Pierce County last year in the second round of the playoffs. See if I can figure out.
Pierce was the defending state champion. You know?
That was because, as he put it, DT's power rankings.
Who said that?
Larry Evans did.
Well, it's not my power ranking, but I'll say this: Columbia played Pierce pretty doggone tough.
Did they?
Yeah. I mean, they're not a bad football team. They just don't match up with these huge schools. But now they ain't. You gotta give them credit. They ain't afraid to take them on now.
You know who the head coach of Pierce County is, right?
That's Ryan Herring.
Robert Herring's.
Yep.
Son, if you ran into him, didn't you, when he was?
Oh, I knew Ryan Herring when he was 22 years old.
Well, I mean, Coach Herring, his dad.
Oh yeah,
in the old days.
Yeah, he's a legend now. Yeah. Coach Herring he won the state championship in Mississippi and Alabama.
Right.
Or a couple, and then he got Noonan to the semis a couple of times. He passed away a couple of years ago. Right. He had an unbelievable career. Sure did.
All right, let's do this. Let's give away some Southwire swag here if we can. First caller at 770-834-5477. 770-834-5477. If you can answer my Southwire question here correctly, you get some Southwire swag. I think we've done all those. Let me go to another question here. I think we've used all these. So we'll turn the page. Southwire holds a strong, ongoing commitment to sustainability. Which of these is not a core tenet of sustainability for the company? Well, we got some choices here. Growing green, which is A. B, doing right. C, building worth. D, growing well. E, giving back. F, living well. Of those I just called out, which holds a strong, which of these is not a core tenet of sustainability for the company? A, growing green. B, doing right. C, building worth. D, growing well. E, giving back. Or F, living well. If you think you know the answer, give us a shout. 770-834-5477. 770-830-5477. So we'll wait, so if we can give away some swag here on our Southwire RedZone show.
I mean,
is this like Jeopardy? Can we get a lifeline?
And if it's more than, that's a less than 25% chance of getting it right now when you throw 6 answers in there. So I don't know.
I should have tossed some of them out, probably.
Joel's my lifeline. Joel, what you think?
That one. I'm trying to figure out how to give a hint. How about if I say it has nothing to do with being bigger?
There you go.
Would that be a good hint?
There you go. Phone a friend.
Phone a friend. There you go.
Yep.
Maybe somebody will come through. All right. I think our highlights are ready now.
Okay. Let's talk football.
Game. Yeah, let's get back to this. All right. Bremen holds Temple goes 3 and out, first possession. Bremen takes over, picked up a first down, and then big play gets him on the board and gets him going in that one. Now Dunn comes toward us wide right. Buffington across the way wide left. You got an H-back left side. Running back Bexley to the right of the quarterback. The H-back for Bremen over there on that left side, Landon Hanna. He's a little beat up, but playing tonight. And a tight end, he's lined up behind Brady Coggins. Now Bexley shifts to the left of the quarterback. Snap to Brock. He fakes, pulls it out, inside route, off the hands of Buffington and incomplete. They saw something last week probably. Pretty good coverage there as he tried to make that quick cut in. And let's see if I can advance this a little bit and see what we got here. This might be the play. See if this is it. Coming wide right, and that may be Patterson who comes wide right with him. 3 receivers right, 2 left, empty set. Now here comes Forster in motion. Hand to him. He'll pitch it back to Patterson. Throws it back across the way to Brock. He'll catch it, looking. Buffington all by himself. Caught it. 15 to the house. Touchdown, Blue Devils. So they go an end around.
Double pass.
And throw it back to the quarterback. And a double pass for a touchdown.
Rooster's been known to draw them up in the dirt.
Well, they'd have to be on turf and the rubber pellets.
Yeah, it was the rubber pellets, not the dirt.
He might have had the stick and the twig and the pebble and the Coke bottle top or whatever. He had that one drawn up. So that's
the best part of that play.
Shout out to the Blue Devils.
Might have been Eli Brock picking that first pass off the ground and being able to kind of save that play right there. So kudos to QB turned into a receiver right there real quick with some good hands.
And Buffington, there wasn't anybody.
There, nobody close.
Closest guy to him was back in the locker room, I think. Bremen led 7-0. Hold him, get it back. Touchdown number 2 coming for the Blue Devils. With Dunn and Hanna trips right. Shotgun, Bexley to the right of the quarterback. Clock at 6:35, first period, 7-0. Bremen leaves and driving. They'll run a delay. Handed Bexley to the 10. Bexley 5. Bexley touchdown. Misdirection. He had a good night, didn't he, youngster? That was the first of 3 of them on the night for him as he put them on top 14-0. Still first quarter at that point. And then they would add one in the second quarter with the Blue Devils. And it would be Bexley time again. Start the second quarter. Bremen with the football. 2nd and a yard from the 29 of the Tigers. Brock pitches. Here's Bexley trying to get to the corner. He'll turn it up 30 to the 25, to the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Bremen. Bexley to the house. First play of the second quarter. They led it 21-0 and got added another score before the half, late first half. We had technical issues at that point in time. That was the beginning of the end. Made it 28-0. Then they get a safety after a great punt by Carter Allen. They down it at the 1-inch line. Next play, a safety. 30-0 as they tackle them in the end zone. And Bremen victorious in that one tonight over the Temple Tigers. Those are your budget blinds at Douglasville. Highlights of that matchup between Bremen and Temple. Budget Blinds of Douglasville and Villa Rica. Kurt and Kelly love. Let me try this again. Kurt and Kelly love their West Georgia community. Call or visit budgetblinds.com for a free personalized consultation. And it's the best blind date that you'll ever have. And
amen.
The superlatives from tonight's game. Please, midnight, get here. The superlatives tonight. The Elite Golf Cars player of the game. Jay was there. I'll see if he agrees with me. Tavares Bexley, player of the game. He had over 100 yards rushing. I don't have the number. And 3 touchdowns of the night. So the Bremen freshman, the running back, the player of the game, Elite Golf Cars player of the game. 16, Sandy Hill, Shady Grove Road in Carrollton, the location for Elite Golf Cars. Sales, service, repairs, all your golf cart needs under one roof. Temple controlled the line of scrimmage, both sides of the football, and their defense shut down the run game.
Bremen controlled the line of scrimmage. Temple.
I'm sorry, Bremen. Yes, Bremen controlled the line of scrimmage against Temple, both sides of the football. Defensively, they just they couldn't penetrate. They couldn't do anything with it. And the unsung hero, A.J. Edmerson, I thought he played terrific. He was in the backfield all night long from the nose man spot.
Yeah, I heard you call his name multiple times, Mike. He apparently dominated inside.
So Mr. Edmerson is the All Seasons Roofing unsung hero of the game. They've been serving West Georgia for over 30 years. Call All Seasons Roofing at 770-830-ROOF to get your estimate today. They don't want an arm and a leg, just a finger and a toe. And the Carroll County Recreation Department power play of the game is that 55-yard touchdown pass, double pass from Eric Brock, Eli Brock, to Zay Buffington. Jeez. That is the Carroll County Rec Power Play of the game. They've been proudly serving the community with a variety of sports and family fun events for over 25 years. Check them out on Facebook at Carroll County Recreation Department for more. So, that is from that. Now I've lost what I was...
Bremen's got the Dragons next week at home.
Yes.
That's a big game now.
That's going to be a good game.
Turn into a big game right there.
It's a good game. And I think talking about that game, Bremen-Temple tonight, we talked about this earlier. Tonight's game was circled on the calendar last year after Bremen went into Temple. And, man, Temple had such a great year last year and that game was 35-14, but it really didn't feel that close. Temple absolutely dominated the game last year. And so I think the word around Bremen this week was revenge. And that's how they played tonight. Like you said, line of scrimmages on both sides of the ball, just absolutely dominant. I'm telling you what, the defense tonight, they were head hunting. Yeah. I mean, they were just hitting. Gribben had to come out of the game a good bit. Just beat up. Didn't play the second half at all, right? Twice, yeah. And so they just were ready to hit people tonight, and I think just caught Temple kind of off balance. And if you're Coach Nix, you got to sit here and go, all right, we got to get these boys rallied back together. Had a hot start, 4-0. Now you're sitting at 4-2, and have kind of really struggled the last couple of weeks. I got to think that Gribben was even beat up kind of coming into tonight's game. Looking last week when they played Pepperell, he came up slow a couple times. So hopefully they get him healthy and get that offense back to what it was doing early in the season.
Well, you got Bremen has got Pepperell, and then they got a week off before they play Hurd.
Yep.
So that's probably good scheduling there, because they give you an extra week to get healthy and prepare for what looks to be the best team in the region. And then you've got Hurd going to Temple next week, so Coach Nix and them need to figure out some things pretty quick, because Coach Laster's bringing a pretty good team to town. And let's see who's the other game next week.
Harrelson County's at Model.
Yep.
Model at Harrelson, so that may be a
Harrelson County at Model.
Yeah, that may be a get right game for Harrelson too. So you got to feel like Harrelson's may take a little frustration out on Model next week. So it'll be interesting. But that's a good region. It's very competitive. There's some good teams in there. So.
All right, we'll take a timeout. We'll come back with more. I think we got highlights of another game. Yeah, Greenville Mount Zion. Some highlights of that from the first half. That's all they got in tonight, but it did count. 24-0 the final. Mount Zion jumps out 1-0 in region play with that victory tonight over the Patriots. So we'll get to that and more. We continue with the Southwire RedZone show, celebrating 75 years of delivering power. For more information, you can visit Southwire.com.
Ortho West, the new name for the Carrollton Orthopedic Clinic. This is Greg Slappy, and I want to introduce you to Ortho West, the premier orthopedic and spine physician group serving West Georgia. Since 1977, you have trusted our surgeons for all of your orthopedic needs. Through the years, as we have grown with new locations and more specialists, it was time for a new name. Ortho West is here for complete orthopedic care to get you back to work, back on the field, or back on the golf course. Check us out online at orthowestga.com.
Whether you're looking for propane delivery, gas appliances, or service work, Blossman Gas is the local company for all your propane needs. Blossman carries a wide variety of propane appliances, gas logs, Speed Queen washers and dryers, Rinnai tankless water heaters, gas ranges, generators, and outdoor kitchens and grills, perfect for tailgating. Visit Patrick Steed and his staff at 3801 Highway 27 in Buchanan or 1375 Highway 166 in Bowden to see live demos and discover the Blossman difference, bringing hometown propane service to families and businesses since 1960.
You call the play and score big at the John Thornton Chevrolet Ultimate Tailgate Event on Thornton Road in Lithia Springs with an all-out blitz of factory incentives like $10,000 off MSRP on new 25 Chevy Silverado HD models, check $8,500 off MSRP on new 25 Suburban models. Chevrolet, together let's drive at John Thornton Chevrolet, Thornton Road in Lithia Springs. So big, they named the road after us. Some exclusions may apply. See store for details.
Create a field of dreams on your home lawn this season with NG Turf, your premium sod supplier. Our drought-tolerant, warm-season Tiff-Tuff Bermuda is perfect for your full sun yard. Got shade? We have the solution. Zeon Zoysia, great for lawns with more shady areas. Call and speak with one of our certified lawn professionals to learn more about all our premium farm fresh sod varieties backed by 1-year warranty. Schedule your delivery or pickup from our farm in Whitesburg or find more information at ngturf.com.
Since 1962, Smith Brothers Supply has met the plumbing and electrical supply needs of West Georgia's most respected tradesmen and most discerning homeowners. Whether you're trying to come in under bid or keep your spouse happy, you can count on Smith Brothers to deliver fast, friendly service and the highest quality plumbing and electrical supplies at an honest price. At Smith Brothers Supply, their expert staff make the difference. So go with the folks you know. Smith Brothers Supply Company, City Hall Avenue, downtown Carrollton.
We welcome you back to the Southwire RedZone show. Southwire, celebrating 75 years delivering power. For more information, visit southwire.com. Also brought to you by Blossman Gas, Haney's Drug Corner, John Thornton Buick GMC, John Thornton Chevrolet, Ortho West, Rivers Pools, Smith Brothers Supply, and NG Turf. It is totally out of control. Lightning has hit us somewhere here tonight, I'm telling you. Out of control, out of control, out of control. Welcome back here.
Reminds me of those good days down in Statesboro, baby.
Lithia Springs is on the board. They've cut the Villarica lead in half.
Must have went for two.
And went for two.
16-8. Villarica had missed a field goal, we understand.
One score game. They're within striking distance. I don't like the way this is shaking out.
The games that have been played tonight that finished, Heard County topped Haralson County 20-3, a game that was tied for the better part of the first half. Lithia Springs got a 78-yard touchdown run to get on the board.
Wow. Big strike, quick strike.
Yeah. Bremen shut out Temple, as we talked about, 30-0. Mount Zion defeated Greenville. They played a half there before the weather caused the end of that game, 24-0 the final. Bowden and Booker T. Washington got started. Bowden had a 7-0 lead. They were still in the first quarter. And then Lightning decided to take hold of everything there. So that one ended up being canceled across the state line. Randolph County at home at halftime, and Wedowee led Ranburne 34-7. That one got postponed, and I think there was some power outages there, as a matter of fact, from lightning. And Holy Ground lost tonight. Second straight loss. They fall to the Crusaders of New Creation Christian Academy by a score of 22-0. And last night, in case you missed that one somehow, some way, Central was a winner, 24-21 over Jonesboro. I think covers everybody. Carrollton the night off tonight. They're back to play next week. They get Westlake next Friday night in their matchup, region match, and start region play in that one.
Be interesting. Westlake's head coach is a former Villarica graduate, Brinston Mitchell. Morris Mitchell. Morris Mitchell.
Oh,
he
Mo.
used to go by Brinston in school.
Yep.
But yeah,
great guy.
Yeah, Mo's he was DC for Rico Zachary, and then took over as head coach a couple years ago when Rico went to East Carolina.
Yep.
So shout out, glad to see him doing well.
He's a good kid, young coach.
He's probably he graduated maybe in 12, so he's probably 30, 31, maybe somewhere around.
I got T-shirts older than that. Scores from around the area, 7A Division II in that region tonight. Tryon in overtime has beaten Manchester 32-24. It's a little bit of a surprise. Bowden goes to Manchester next week.
Hard to beat the Bulldogs up in Tryon now. It's a different atmosphere there.
Speaking from experience?
Well, I coached there for 2 years,
Okay.
and I've been the visiting team there too. So,
home of what former West Georgia and Atlanta Braves baseball player? Tryon, Georgia.
Rick Camp.
Who hit the grandest home run in Braves history, July the 4th, 19.
Like a 20-inning game or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, like 18, 19 innings.
It was
They
crazy.
shot fireworks at about 4 o'clock the next morning because the game didn't
He
end.
had like a 0.27 batting average for his career or something like that.
We probably, all three of us, have been a better hitter than he was. Harris County rallied after trailing most of the night. They beat Northside 38-37. That's Northside Columbus. That's in Region 3 of Class 4A in Central's region. We've given you the scores in Region 6 Class A with Bremen winning tonight. Heard County won, and then Pepperell beat Darlington 48-21. So who? Model didn't play tonight, right?
That's right.
That's who's out. Okay. And then Cambridge a winner tonight.
Cambridge is 4A.
Yeah, that's got 6A. That's not right. That should be Region 2, Class 4A. They beat East Coweta 45-21.
Well, East Coweta is a 6A
I
program,
guess,
but Cambridge is a 4A. They're in the same classification.
That's who eliminated Central
That's
last
right.
year.
That's who Central played in the second round.
Well, they got a wide receiver. Is he a Georgia commit? The kid at Cambridge?
Well, Blake Morgan left Bowden. He's up there at Cambridge coaching. He's offensive coordinator, I think, offensive line coach. Good coach. Really good, young, sharp, young guy.
They got to play a half out at the Eagles' Nest tonight, Mount Zion, with a 24-0 victory over the Greenville Patriots in that matchup. And let's see if we can get to some highlights of that one. The budget blinds of Douglasville, Villarica. Highlights of the matchup in this one this evening. Mount Zion cracked the scoreboard first in that contest tonight.
And this is a long field goal, 42-yarder here. And the kick is up. And wow, that kick is good from Aiden Esquivel. And with 7 minutes and 39 seconds remaining here in the first quarter, after a long kick from Aiden Esquivel, Mount Zion leads 3-0.
By the way, Aiden Coker, first game to do play-by-play high school football.
Sounded great.
That was who was on the call there. They lead 3-0, then they get a big pass play, does Mount Zion, to put them in business. Here's part of that.
Knox Israel rolls out in the pocket, and he throws it deep to Xavier Buckner, and it's caught down the sideline. Touchdown! Mount Zion, what a play there by the Eagles.
Israel to Buckner, that happens a few times over the course of a night, doesn't it?
Yeah, they hooked up a couple times. Mount Zion started out slow offensively running the ball. Greenville I don't know if they threw a different front at Mount Zion or not or what, but the first possession was 3 and out, and then they came back to second possession, and Mount Zion ran it on first down and got stuffed, and then they come back and hit the deep ball to Buckner, and that kind of opened things up a little bit. So, and then after that, Mount Zion moved the ball pretty much at will, but a little bit of a slow start offensively, but defensively from the outset, they were dominant, and obviously, and big to hit that first kickoff, hit first field goal too, to kind of get the points up. And I think the big thing with when you're coming off a bad loss, next week when you come out there, especially if you're playing at home, you get off to a good start. you know, I mean, you're trying to get that taste out of your mouth, and I think Mount Zion accomplished that. Even though they only got to play a half, they obviously did a good job tonight.
So that long pass play made it 10-0. They get the ball back, and they had a third score on the night coming up here.
Keziah Hackey in the backfield there with Knox Israel, and Israel's going to take it up the gut. Israel with the quarterback keeper, and they call it a touchdown for Mount Zion. Touchdown, Knox Israel.
So Israel made it 17-0, and then it was Montgomery's turn to add another score for the Eagles.
Shotgun formation. Handoff to Rashad Montgomery. Montgomery cuts up the field. Montgomery in the open field. Montgomery, how about it, young man? Touchdown, Rashad Montgomery.
24-0. 24-0, and that would be the final score on the night as they got him. They only played the half, but it'll count. 24-0 the final. So Mount Zion wins it. Those are the Budget Blinds highlights. Budget Blinds, Douglasville and Villa Rica, the best blind date you'll ever have. You can visit them online to find out more about them at budgetblinds.com/Douglasville-GA. And handing out some of the honors from this one tonight. Damian Sanders is the Elite Golf Cars Player of the Game for the Eagles as he gets that honor. Elite Golf Cars, located at 16 Sand Hill, Shady Grove Road in Carrollton. Sales, service, repairs, all your golf cart needs under one roof. Here you go, Coach Thoreau, the all-season's roofing unsung hero. The defensive line of the Eagles gets that one tonight.
Yeah, they've played pretty well for the majority of the season. I know Coach Gordon was pretty proud of the job they done. And shout out to Garrett Gordon. He was coaching the D-line, and Garrett played for us I guess 2018 to 2021, and was all-state player and signed a scholarship at Charleston Southern, and unfortunately had some career-ending injuries early in his career at Charleston Southern. But he's kind of helping Coach Gordon out and helping his dad out, helping the program out, coaching D-line, and obviously done a great job. They've got some Omari in Dallas has got a motor. That kid plays hard. Brady Denny and Avery Weldon, both of them are doing a good job. And they've got a lot of kids they rotate in, too, because a lot of those kids are playing offense and defense, so they've got a little more depth on the defensive line. Their linebacking crew is solid. You know, you talk about Knox Israel, you know, I think he ran the ball several times tonight and ran over people. I mean, it sounded like a way their announcers were talking. It was like a grown man playing with children. He lowered his shoulder. Of course, Knox is probably power cleaning 300 pounds now because he's not your average quarterback. Anybody playing Mike linebacker. So shout out to him. And Rashad Montgomery, you know, made a couple big runs, and great vision runner, good speed, just very good, follows his blocks, sets it up well. It's good football player. So yeah, proud of those kids. 6-1, and got 3 more to go, and playing at home against Tryon next week, and that'll be a big ball game. Both of them 1-0. So that could go a long way, and to see who hosts. Who's going to have a shot to host a playoff game.
All Seasons Roofing, the unsung hero of the game. Again, the Mount Zion defensive line. All Seasons Roofing has been serving the West Georgia area for over 30 years. Call 770-830-ROOF to get your free estimate today. They don't want an arm and a leg, just a finger and a toe. And the Carroll County Recreation Department power play of the game, that long touchdown pass, the first TD pass of the night, or the first score of the night, I should say. How about the first touchdown of the night? Because the field goal was the first score. Knox Israel to Buckner for the touchdown. That's the Carroll County Recreation Department power play of the game, where they serve the community proudly with a variety of sports and family fun events. For over 25 years, they've been doing that. You can learn more about them on Facebook at the Carroll County Recreation Department Facebook page. We have an update. Villa Rica has answered. Emmanuel Ajay, 25-yard touchdown run, 23-8. Wildcats lead.
All right. Come on, Cats.
Yeah, 15 points. It's good to stretch that lead out a little bit. So should be getting close to the fourth quarter by now.
Yeah.
So hopefully they can get this thing, taken care of.
Well, they would be 3-3 with Villa Rica if they're going to win this one. And next week they travel to Barron Stadium.
All right.
They go take on the Wolves of Rome. I hadn't seen a Rome score tonight. I wonder if they were off.
They may have been off. I think I know New Man was playing Alexander. And then I'm not sure who South played. Well, it would have been South and East, and Rome would have been the other. Well, no, they got 8 teams in that region. I take that back. I think there's 8 in that league, so I'm not sure. Kennesaw Mountain, I didn't see a score from them either. A couple of those teams might have been off tonight. I tell John Reed, baby, the Wildcats get this one on their belt.
Coming in.
Tell John Reed, button his chin strap, baby. The Wildcats coming to town, baby.
Barron's coming to Barron Stadium.
That would That could be interesting next week. Villa Rica's got some guys. They got some guys back that they didn't have early. I think's made a big difference.
You got that, and I'll tell you too what Eubank seems to be. Villa Rica had the luxury of Will Wallace for probably 3 years as a starter, and Will's now at West Georgia
playing baseball, right?
Playing football.
Oh, football.
Football, yeah. And so, Eubanks, it kind of reminds me of Eli Brock a little bit last year. It feels like it's taking him a minute to kind of get a feel for the game, the varsity. He's a big kid. He looks like a great high school quarterback, but it still takes a minute to catch up with the speed of the game, and it seems like he's settling in too, which is a really good thing because we've talked about it all year. The defensive front seven for Villa Rica, they ain't too shabby.
Yeah, and if you get if your quarterback starts settling in like that, and like I said, then your line gets better play, and you got a couple backs back there. They've got a chance to make a little playoff run here, and hopefully they can get in there and get a good seed, and hopefully get a good matchup in the first round and have a shot maybe to get in there and win a game or two. You never know.
Big game down south tonight, Class 5A. The Yellow Jackets continue to roll right on. Thomas County Central 35, Lee County 21 tonight, the final in that
I bet that was a sellout. There were a lot of people at that game, I'm sure.
Whew. That's two pretty good football teams there.
Two proud programs right there. I guarantee you.
That was one of the biggest games in the state coming up. This just caught my attention. I'm headed to Hattiesburg, Mississippi in the morning. Southern Miss, Jacksonville State tomorrow. Southern Miss got a kid from Discovery School playing for them. I noticed they were 0-5 after Decula beat them tonight, 42-18.
I'll tell you another big game down south. Brunswick beat Glen Academy 41-37. Now Brunswick is who Villa Rica matched up with last year in the first round.
First round, yeah.
That's the two Glen County schools there. So both of those teams got good athletes and good pro. That's always a very competitive game when Glen and Brunswick play.
Laurel 1-5. Lovejoy beat them tonight. I'm just
no score on New Manchester, Alexander. Did we ever find out what happened?
Yeah,
were they in a delay?
I'm assuming they were in a delay because there was no score. I know Douglas County's game got called after the first quarter. Haven't seen anything.
See, Alexander Newman's a region game though.
Yeah, they'll have to get that one.
They might play that one tomorrow, maybe.
Oh, I've had that happen in my career at a point in time.
It's happened more than I care to know.
Push it back to Saturday.
We played LaGrange one year in the open game of the season. They were ranked number 1 in the state in AAA. We ended up being a dome team in 4A, and we started out the game. There must have been 7,000 people there, and it was a typical first game one, wide open, great atmosphere, and about halfway through the second quarter, I think it was, we had a storm come through, and it was wind blowing. It was a legit storm, and we sat there I don't know how long. It ended up being one of the best games of the season, but we started out with 7,000 fans, and I bet you there weren't 175 there when the game ended.
All the parents still hanging out.
Sit out in the monsoon, man.
Yeah.
It was unreal.
I think Rooster must have been praying today or something because it was all around Bremen, but
it around them.
It finally got there as everybody. In fact, they were getting people off the field as the game.
It was that pink shirt he was wearing.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, it was the
he
pink
didn't have the blue pants on tonight.
No blue pants. I told you the beard would not come back. I told you that, right? Because they won so big last week. Yeah, and had the pink shirt on tonight. And I noticed at halftime too. He had the Irk Russell special going on that forehead. He must have got a little excited somewhere and headbutted something accidentally and had a little blood coming off the forehead. That's
that's always a good thing when you can draw blood right there with your head coach. Anytime you do that, somebody's going to be a little excited.
That's right. He was pumped up.
And you got Rockmart beating Sonoraville. That's a big game too.
Yeah,
50-28. Yeah, but shout out to Biff Parsons. He's done a great job with that Rockmart program.
Getting the coach's son. I think I've seen his
freshman quarterback.
Yeah, his freshman quarterback, Biff's son. He can spin it. I've seen his name on several of the top passing lists here.
I think Biff could spin it himself
back
in the day.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he played a great career at Liberty. He had all the passing records at one time at Liberty. He was at Franklin County where he played high school ball, and they came down here one night, almost beat Carrollton in the playoffs. I mean, like Franklin County wasn't supposed to be on the field with Carrollton, and I mean, it was a close game. Like 28-21, something like that. That was around 96, somewhere around in there.
Only game going on in the area, Villa Rica 23-8 lead, and they are somewhere, I think in the third quarter is where they are in that contest. We'll see if we can find out something here as we take another break. We'll take a timeout and get back. We head toward the witching hour, get to midnight here, and we might even chat about college football here before we get out of this tonight.
Watch out.
Southwire Red Zone Show, presented by who else but Southwire, celebrating 75 years of delivering power. For more information, visit southwire.com. And we're coming back to talk more high school football on a Friday night after this.
At Southwire, we know what it means to show up, play hard, and leave it all on the field, just like our local athletes do every week. For 75 years, Southwire has built long-lasting ties in the community. We're proud to stand behind our players, coaches, teachers, and staff who shape tomorrow's leaders, one game and one lesson at a time. Whether in the classroom, on the field, or in the workplace, leadership and commitment to community matters. If you're ready to turn your drive into something powerful, we're ready for you. Explore your future with us at careers.southwire.com and become one of the people behind the power.
You call the play and score big during the ultimate tailgating event at John Thornton Buick GMC with an all-out full blitz on factory incentives like $10,000 off MSRP on the new 25 GMC Sierra HG Denali models, to $6,000 off MSRP on a new 25 GMC Terrain, or $3,000 off MSRP on a new 25 Buick Envista at John Thornton Buick GMC in Carrollton. GMC, we are professional grade. Some exclusions may apply. See store for
living
details.
is easy, except for the mosquito bites, skin knees, sunburn, poison ivy.
For quick relief from summertime fun, stop by Haney's Drug Corner. They've got the creams, lotions, bandages, tinctures, and medicines, along with the expert advice of a local pharmacist to relieve whatever summer throws at you.
Swimmer's ear, bee stings, poison oak, tick bites.
Haney's Drug Corner on Dixie Street in Carrollton. Your cure for the summertime blues since 1975.
Summer fun may be winding down, but it'll be back around before you know it. That's why fall is a great time to think about winterizing your pool, making repairs, and renovating your older pools. It's also a great time to install a hot tub, and Rivers Pools is making it easier than ever with great deals, faster scheduling, lower prices, and no summer wait times. Save big with our fall specials. Be ready before next swim season. Visit Rivers Pools on Highway 27 in Carrollton, Highway 78 in Villa Rica, and online at riverspools.com.
If you're considering a new or used car or truck, your best deal is right here close to home at Scott Evans Nissan and Scott Evans Chrysler Dodge Jeep. You will have a great buying experience. This is Scott Evans, and I will personally make sure that you get a great deal, and it's backed up with service that's second to none. We make buying a car fun and easy. Come see our huge inventory at Scott Evans Nissan or Scott Evans Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Carrollton. You'll be glad you did.
Online, ScottEvansUSA.com.
Welcome back to the Southwire Red Zone Show, celebrating 75 years of delivering power. For more information, visit southwire.com. Along with the coach, David Thrower, and Jay Webb, I'm Mike Paris. Salute. Those of you watching on Facebook, this is just a train derailed. It's a train wreck tonight is what it is. All right, get back to the scoreboard. Villa Rica again, 23-8. Game still being played after a lengthy weather delay. Well, let's see. Where did it go? There it is. 23-8 was the last. See if we can't get an update here in just a moment. And then from locally, I don't think, I did. Well, that's where I messed up. I closed them out. I lost them all.
Is there a GHSA curfew? I mean, do they get to midnight and have to stop?
No, I've seen them go late.
No, we've had, I think, a couple of games here have gone past midnight because of weather delays in the past.
I think on a weekend night, that's pretty lax.
Okay.
There may be something during the week.
All right.
Seems like there may be. I'm not 100% sure. I had to go back. That'd be a white book question. I hadn't looked at it in a long time. But on the weekend, they're going to play it. Heck, we played Howard of Macon one time, and the coach from Howard didn't want to quit. and it was already about 28-9 at halftime. We go out there and we waited 2 hours through the storm. So the whole storm had gone completely through Macon all the way down to Dublin. And then we come out there and we score. We go up again, and then we intercept one, and we're fixing to punch another one in. We put the young kids out there. It's about 4 minutes gone, and all of a sudden he come running out in the field. He pointed to the referee, pointed up the sky. There wasn't a cloud in the sky. But he's the one that made us wait 2 hours on a game. We were already up like 28-3, and then all of a sudden he saw what was fixing to happen.
Yeah,
we've been opening up the can of whoop them on them, and
woodshed.
It was going to get ugly, and then we're sitting there. I'm like, what do you mean? We don't wait this long. We're gonna finish the doggone thing.
8:45 to go at McIntyre Field. 23-8. Villa Rica with a lead. Elsewhere tonight, Mount Zion beats Greenville 24-0. So they're 6-1 now and 1-0 in the region. Heard County's 1-0 in the region, 5-0 in Class A's Division 1. They beat Haralson County 20-3. Rebels fall to 4-2 and 1-1. Bremen beats Temple 30-0. So Bremen is 2 straight wins. They're 4-2 for the year, and they're 2-0 in the region. Pepperell is 2-0 in the region, and they come to visit Bremen next Friday night.
Yep.
And they postponed the game at halftime over in Wedowee, Randolph County, leading Ranburne by a score of 34-7. Bowden, 7-0 lead first quarter, and that was the first delay of the night. They had a lightning delay there. That was the first one. And then never could get it started again. Ended up being canceled at that point in time. Booker T. Washington from Tuskegee, Alabama, coming across. And probably the fact they got a nice little trip back home and out of state. Didn't, from a region standpoint, anything like that. That probably led to that decision being made tonight down there. So that game ended up being canceled. So I guess Bowden will have a 9-game regular season schedule now. Officially is what it will be after the cancellation.
Well, yeah, technically, yeah, you're right.
So 23-8 the final. Now, quickly, let's...
Oh, that's the final, Villa Rica?
No. I'm sorry, 23-8. It was 8:45 to go, about 5 minutes ago, the last update I got.
Okay.
Looking ahead, peak next week. Carrollton is on the road at Westlake. Haralson County's got to go to Model to play. Central's at home with Stars Mill. Heard County's at Temple. The Tigers are struggling. That's. I don't think you want to see Heard County right now if you're them at this point. That's a tough one for them. Mount Zion and Tryon, all of a sudden, as we said going into the break, the outlook of that game or whatever changed a whole lot with them beating Manchester tonight and Mount Zion taking care of business as well. Bowden goes to Manchester to open region play next week. Villa Rica will travel to Rome to take on the Wolves. Bremen hosting Pepperell. So those are your games. And Ranburne will be at home next week. They host Horseshoe Bend. Will come play them next week.
Yeah, and I think that Bremen Pepperell game is one I think I'd circle right there because, neither one of those schools have played Heard yet, and so you want to win right there.
Right.
And so you're kind of a little bit more in your control of your own destiny. You don't want to, whoever loses that still got to turn around and play Heard County. So I think that's going to be a pretty big game next week that I think will be a pretty good match.
The Cats are rolling.
The Cats are rolling.
20-yard TD run, 30-8 Villa Rica.
Let's go. Thank you, Bruce.
Is that Bruce on the update?
Yes, that's it.
Shout out to Bruce, baby. Good job, brother.
Thanks for hanging in there, Bruce.
No extra pay, but thanks for hanging around.
Paid by the game, not the hour.
So they're good. Unless something crazy happens, 3-3 Villa Rica and 3-0 in the region.
And Bruce saw a whole football game and he caught 2 movies in between.
That's a good Friday night.
I went to a football game and a movie broke out. So we played at Liberty back in 2016. As soon as the game was over, all these folks start heading down to the field. I mean, they're all over the place. Blankets and stuff, sleeping bags. They had movie night after the football game that night. Wow. Inside the stadium, on the field at Liberty back
I thought you were going to say they were going to have a concert or something.
No.
They had a movie night.
Movie night. I forgot what they were showing. I was trying to do a TV coaches show, taping that after the game, and they cut all the lights out so they can show the movie.
Trying to hustle you off the field.
Yes. Tonight was one of those nights like you don't want to go through ever again. All kinds of, all the gremlins were everywhere tonight. And I wasn't the only one that had some issues, as I found out after the game. So I apologize for the folks listening to the Bremen Temple game. So we just went back old school, man. I mean, real old school. Just a plain old telephone call, analog telephone line.
Wow.
So Jessica handled all that. She's saluting herself in there after helping out.
Well, that's good. One of the days of the long distance, where you had a 2-hour bill and it cost you about $400, but they call. You remember those days, don't you?
Yes. All right. College football tomorrow. Tech.
Yeah.
Wake Forest.
Battle of the brains.
Trap game there.
Nah, we don't. Coach Key don't believe in trap games. Okay. He's got them boys ready. He's got a little guy. He's got a secret weapon named Haynes King at quarterback.
He's not little, though.
Well, no, he's not. No, he's not.
So Tech, they are, I think, about a 13-point favorite last time I looked.
Yeah.
Georgia, Alabama, and Athens tomorrow night. Dogs were a 3.5-point favorite, something 3 to 4, somewhere in that range, depending on who you look at, if you study.
Roll Tide.
That was hard to tell because, Kirby is obviously struggled with Alabama, but then again, so has a lot of people. But, they hadn't beat him in Athens since he's been there. And, that's not the same Alabama. I don't care what you say. So I got to feel like Georgia's the better team. I'm a little worried about Georgia's offensive line. They got another starter out.
Ernest Green not playing.
And that's, to me, that's where they hadn't really gelled. I know last year they had a ton of injuries, and they never looked like they really gelled. It kind of showed up in the Notre Dame game. So I think more people worried about the defense and Gunnar Stockton, but I'm a little more worried about them guys up front. So, but they seem to have a better running game this year. I would have to take Georgia at home.
West Georgia going to Utah to play tomorrow night. They play the Thunderbirds of Southern Utah, and it's an 8:30 kick. Toe meets leather at 8:30.
Oh.
7:30 airtime on KISS 102.7. Georgia, by the way, 7 o'clock airtime on B92 Country for Georgia, Alabama. The Wolves are 4-0 and up to number 18 in the country.
Let's go. I like it.
Long way to go. That's got to be tough.
That's a long.
Different time. What was that, a 2-hour difference?
Yeah.
It's mountain time.
Mountain time.
And Southern Utah, the Fabulous Thunderbirds? Is that the name?
Well, not the Fabulous Thunderbirds, but you're close.
You remember them, though, don't you?
I do.
The fact that you remember that tells mine and your age.
Look, I'm old. I don't deny it at all, man.
Yeah, I got to feel like the Braves. I'm out of date. Got to feel like the Wolves will be okay there.
Yeah, Wolves going to go to 5-0. Big Florida State goes down tonight.
Florida State got upset.
Yep.
And we got a couple of games playing right now. Nobody cares about North Carolina State. Slow Joel over here and his Wolf Pack.
Go Pack, baby.
Go Pack.
Hey, stick to your team, Joel.
Y'all are just playing football and they roll the orange balls out there on the court.
Who does North Carolina State play, Joel?
Virginia Tech. That's who they play.
All right.
Consider Virginia Tech without a coach right now. I'd probably have to take the Pack.
Did you see where they may put a whole lot of money into their program now, try to do something? I think their first call is going to be, or probably already has been, to Shane Beamer. I don't know. I think you got to make that call if you're there.
Yeah, I think
I don't know if he's going to leave South Carolina, but
he's got a good thing going over there.
So,
well, Jimmy Sexton will probably make the call sometime or another. He'll decide. They don't know who they will hire. He'll let them know.
All right, one final look at the scores before we wrap it up and get out of here on this Friday night. Again, the game going on right now at McIntyre Field. Villarica, they got to be midway through the fourth quarter. They now lead Lithia Springs Wildcats over the Lions. Fur Flying, 30-8. Cats lead that one in the fourth quarter. Mount Zion defeats Greenville. Shut them out, 24-0. Remember, they're one of the top scoring defenses in all of Class A's Division II. Heard County trailed 3-0 and then 3-2 at one time in that game tonight. Well, it's a score you don't see a whole lot in football. And the Braves led 13-3 at the half. Heard County beat Harrelson County 20-3 the final. Bremen whitewashes Temple 30-0 the final in that one. Bowden, Booker T. Washington canceled because of the weather. And they had to postpone the game at halftime or in Wedowee. Randolph County leading Ranburne 34-7. And New Creation Christian Academy, the Crusaders, a winner over Holy Ground tonight by a score of 22-0. Fellas, enjoy the weekend.
Thank you, sir.
Let's go.
Little football action, plenty of it tomorrow. Maybe the Falcons can score a point on Sunday, you think?
We'll see.
That was ugly.
Rough.
Jay Daniels out for the Commanders.
I'm not sure.
I think he was injured.
Yeah, he didn't play last week.
Yeah, I think he may still be out. That's the chance. And I think, is it Scary Terry? I think he may be out too, the receiver.
I don't know.
What about Scary Terry?
Yeah,
the offense is where the problem is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah,
I don't know if they score on air the way they played last week. Ooh, that was ugly.
Hopefully they'll get it together.
Thanks for being with us. Hope you've enjoyed this edition of our Southwire Red Zone show, celebrating 75 years of delivering power. For more information, visit southwire.com. And our show also brought to you by Blossman Gas, Haney's Drug Corner, John Thornton Buick GMC, John Thornton Chevrolet, Ortho West, Rivers Pool, Smith Brothers Supply, NG Turf, and Graddick Sports. Thank you, Coach, for saluting us over there. We'll do this again next Friday night. We head to Week 8. Oh, my goodness.
Week 8.
So we're, what, 2/3 of the way through.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right? Mm-hmm. Week 8 next week.
Getting there.
Yes, sir. Thanks for being with us. Have yourselves a great weekend. Enjoy some football tomorrow and on Sunday if you like the NFL as well. All right, Jessica, get us out of here. Good night, everyone.